Hi, my name is Marty. I'm with Salon Republic in Studio 1A. Tips to highlighting hair can definitely be just easier ways for you as a hairdresser to apply highlights. But a couple important things are to make sure that your section that you're working on is not actually wider than the foil that you're working with, okay? Also making sure that you follow the growth of the hairline. So your first foil should mimic the hairline. So Pam's hairline here is very horizontal, so our first section would be a very horizontal section. Our next foil following her hairline would then be that section put into foils. So a definite important tip is to make sure that you know how you're going to put every foil in the hair. The next tip is to make sure that you do not keep putting tools down and picking up new and doing all back and forth situations, okay? Keep the rat tail comb in your hand at all times, using the clip to section the hair and making a nice fluid motion with the comb. Don't try to it needs to be fluid. You don't want to go in there and, it'll mess you up if you try to make it's so random and so contrived. So just take little pieces, working neat and efficiently, taking the foil, wrapping it around your highlighting comb, having your color ready. Once you've applied your color to the foil, the actual hair will stick to it. But it's important that you don't pull the actual hair off of the foil. So when you're actually putting the color onto the strand of hair, there's a pulling and a tugging motion. So when you apply the color, you're going to push with the hand that's under the foil. So you apply down and push forward with the other so that you keep the hair on the foil nice and neatly and as close to the scalp as possible. Once you've got the color on the hair strand that you're highlighting, you want to make sure you work the product as close as you can to your crease line of the foil. You never want to take product and leave a glob of product right by your crease line. Once you close your foil and you squeeze it shut, this elevated amount of product is going to leak out of the foil and will create what we call holidays or color spots that don't belong. So it's just important that you work that as close as you can. Remember, pull and push. Pull with the brush, push with your hand to keep the foil as close to the scalp as possible. Being delicate, visualize the foil in half, close it using your rat tail comb, seal, crease both sides. And when you're creasing, it's important that you crease on your section so that you're going to be working neat. When you've got all of your foils up through each side, you can then move to your next quadrant and work the same. I'm Marty, and those are some tips for highlighting hair.